So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby's back on the bank, and today we're at Widdington. So, first swim, all set up. We've got the normal standard barbel rod out that way, a bit of garlic sausage on there. Well, we'll see if we have another pike like we did yesterday, unexpected guest on the garlic sausage. And I've used the gripper weight as a bit of a feeder, wrapping it around it, so it's yeah, it's got all the mix around that, so that should be dispersing food into the swim and hopefully bringing any fish up upstream. There's not as much flow as I'd like, to be honest. We have got river levels have come up and the water is a bit more coloured, but I would have preferred a bit more flow if I was totally honest, and it to be a bit higher. I'm tackling the main sort of middle of the river at the moment, the deep channel, but I will chuck it over a bit further into the willows on the opposite side as the day goes on, and I'm also going to check out some other swims. But yeah, I just wanted to get one rod out while I was setting up the other one. The other ones have gone for a method feeder again. Rather than using the boilie this time, I've downsized my bait and I've gone for a fake bit of corn on there and my manky mix on the method feeder. So we're all set up. That one out just under the willows over there, nice, and there's a deep patch just there, just nice little hole, so I've chucked it down there. And we got, if you can see, yeah, we got the outcast, chub outcast out that way, and this one is the corum quiver, 10 foot. I've not had a decent fish on that one yet. Plenty of chub, but I'd love to get something like over £5, maybe £10 would be beastly. I'm looking at the wrong side of the camera again. Yeah, it'd be beastly. Like it'd wrap around like, wow, it'd wrap around like George Michael in a toilet. Anyway, I can't help myself. Sorry, I'm going to go before I get any worse. Anyway, and have some cake. You all take care, and I'll keep you updated. Speak to you soon. Oh my God, this cake is lovely. It's a co-op lemon cake, lemon drizzle cake. Do you know what I said about treating yourself when you're on the bank? I'm looking at the wrong side of the camera again. Look at this. This is a hell of a beast. Oh, I tell you what, like when you get down the bank, it's all about being comfortable, being happy, making sure you've got everything you need, and just having a bit of chill time. I couldn't be happier today. I've got a couple of rods out. Oh, that was a twitch then. Well, I could be happier. I'll be happier if I get a bloody barbel. I'll be proper happy then. I'll be over the bloody moon. But yeah, and I'd prefer it to come on that rod. But I'd take it on that one. I don't care. I'll have one on each. That'd be even better. What was I going on about? Oh yeah, cake. Yeah, so whatever you fancy when you come down, whatever your little treat is, you don't have to go mental, but just spoil yourself a little bit. Have I don't know, like just whatever takes your fancy. I like cake. I like cheesecake. I like normal cake. I like little cakes. I like big cakes. I like all sorts of cakes. I'm not fussed really, as long as it's cake. Yeah, like so next time you're down the river, whether you're fishing or not, take yourself a picnic, have a chill, and yeah, enjoy the wildlife. Nature's good. Nature's good for the soul. Another thing, I've seen a kingfisher already. He flew past one way and he flew back past with a fish in his mouth. I'll try to get a picture later. But yeah, that's a bloody good start. I've only been here like an hour. Like I've got cake. I've seen a kingfisher. Fuck yeah, like life's good. But anyway, I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Hello guys, Bobby's not blanked again. Another mad catch. We got a pike. And look what he took. And you can see. This is a halibut pellet. He took a halibut pellet. Let's see if we can get that. Okay, your mouth, mate. Oh, I did well to get him in. That's just on his lip. Just on his lip. You have to get some forceps. Oh yeah, that was a very little. We got it. There we go. So yeah, on a halibut pellet. Yesterday it was garlic sausage. Today it's halibut pellet. Just show you this little guy. Just put you up here, and we'll get him back in the water. Oh, he's a beauty. Absolute beauty. Let's see if we can chin him. Stay still, you little bugger. There we go. Look at that little beauty. Tiny little thing. Oh, absolutely tiny. Beautiful markings across his back. Lovely. Right, let's get him back, eh? Give him a bit of a rest before we get him back, because we don't want mummy pike just coming straight along and eating him, even though he probably would make good bait. So yesterday they took garlic sausage, and today it took a halibut pellet. These pike round here will eat bloody anything by the looks of it. I've had a lot of joy with the mama pike with mackerel, but I'm starting to think maybe I don't need to spend so much money. But I'd probably get plagued by the jacks if I didn't have such large bait. But yeah, bonus. Again, not the target species. We're going for the barbel again today, but they are very tricky, especially the larger ones. But I'm at a new swim. I'm trying a new swim now. Not done this one before. The water's high, willow either side. I'll show you around. Bloody fly, horse fly. See, you've got a willow that side. We've got a willow this side. And I'm in the crease of the water, so the depth is a lot better here. I better be careful, because if mummy pike comes along and sees him in the net, she'll have him. I'd like to let him go. Actually, I might be able to get down, or we might be able to let him go by hand. There's a little ledge down here, actually. See if we can turn you around. I never know how to do this. Oh, I don't know. Alright. Let's see if we can let him go by hand, eh? Is he ready? No, he's not ready yet. I'll wait till he's ready, and then we'll release him by hand. But yeah, that's another pike. I just can't get away from the pike this season, whether I'm fishing for them or not. They're just, they're just coming my way. So that's 2 jacks in 2 days when I've been going for the barbel. But there are a hell of a lot of pike in this river. Look at the colours across his back. I don't know if you guys can see that. He is beautiful. Absolute lovely, like sort of tiger markings. That little fella's gonna get himself a nice Mrs. Pike at some stage. Yeah, okay, he's a good looking lad. But yeah, he's starting to come to now. Starting to come to, but that's what it's all about with fishing. See, oh, if I just get my pole, I poke it in the net, poke it in the bank here like that. There we go. It's a bit better. But yeah, over the moon. Didn't blank. That's the main thing. I better watch out because I've got a rod above me, and if that goes, I'm gonna have to scramble back up the bank and yeah, try. I'll dump him, and then I'll dump, like, scramble up the bank and strike it. Just seen a Dan Mazzell fly. They're a bit like dragonflies, or yeah, but they've got like wings like butterflies. So it's like a dragonfly butterfly sort of thing. Predator species again. I love my predators, me. Predators are cool, but you can't have too many of them, because obviously too many predators, they eat up everything, and then the whole system's fucked. So you need like you need a healthy balance. You need everything in the ecosystem to measure it out. So you need the apex predators as well as the smaller ones, and that so it carries on down the food chain. You miss one out, and you can end up with too many little ins that might eat like all the foliage or stuff like that. This goes for underwater, on the land, whatever it is. Yeah, so you do need all of these different species. Come on, little fella, you didn't have that much of a fight. Like, he's making a meal at this one. He's getting there. He is nearly ready. Unless he knows something I don't. Unless he knows there's a Mrs. Pike down there waiting for him. Ah, there we go. He's starting to get a bit of life to him now. Right, let's see if we can get him in my hand. Tiny little thing this, probably about £2, maybe 2.5. Yeah, he's ready. Just grab you by the tail, mate. I have to get him by the middle. Oh no, it's just slipped away. He's gone anyway. Off he goes. To fight another day. Like I say, hopefully that good looking little fella gets to mate with a lovely big Mrs. Pike one day. He'll make some beautiful babies, him. Right, back up the bank. So, not blanked again. Yeah. That's always a bonus when you don't blank. You put all the effort in sometimes and it comes to nothing, but that is fishing. But yeah, fingers crossed. We've still got loads of the day left. We'll see what happens, eh? I'll keep you updated. So then, ladies and gents, I got a decent one out of the Ouse. After a couple of trips, I've managed it, and I think this one's a PB, to be honest. I'm thinking about £8–9. It went like airy fuck. If I'm completely honest, a bit easier to play these fish than the ones on the Nid, because there's a bit more open water, well, there's a bit more water in it today, so I've been able to get down on a little ledge. I'm on a little ledge and get my rod really, really low to keep it out of the snags and stuff. Give me a hell of a fight. I knew it was a decent fish straight away. I could feel it was heavy. Didn't want to come off the bottom. I'm thinking about, it's actually really chunky, to be honest. It could even be better than 9. We'll see. But I reckon this is definitely a PB. Don't you think about jumping that net, you little bugger. Mate, that one's, look, I don't know if you can see, guys, that's a decent fish. That's a decent fish. She's ready to be unhooked now. So then, ladies and gents, check out the size of that bad boy. Let's get her on the map over here. Oh, that's a fucking good fish. A fucking good fish. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna weigh this one and get a proper picture. So I'm gonna put you down here. Look at that, for a river Ouse Barbel. Absolutely pristine condition. Lovely. Gives a flick here. He's not going to get his dorsal up. Look at that, guys. I don't know what the camera view's like, but that is hell of a fish. Hell of a fish. No, 8–9, sorry. So I think it's actually, but it looks bigger. I don't know if my scales are shit. Like, I need to test them scales, because he looks a lot bigger and he feels heavier. It feels heavier than that pike I had, which was £9.5. I'm not sure my scales are right. Which makes me think, how big was that actual pike I had out of the Nid? I'm going to have to test these scales, guys. They're only cheap luggage scales, so and I've had them a while, so they could be dodgy. And they're low on batteries as well, so he's fine, this fish. He's recovering really quickly. He's got so much life in him. Brilliant condition. I feel so lucky to have this fish, and on my mum's birthday as well. I'd like to dedicate this fish to my mum. She's up there. I used to go catch her bass when I was a kid. I used to go down the Hamble River, and I used to come home with a bass for her dinner, and it used to make me so happy getting her a bass, because she used to love bass. Can't eat this one, Mum. This one's going back, but I'm going to get myself a fish supper when I get home. I'm so chuffed. I love this river to bits, and it was on the death. I was about to pack up and go and pick my son up because he needs a favour, and it just screamed off. It screamed, and I've been feeding this little bit all day and thinking it's a lost cause, but I had this sort of feeling, and a weird thing happened. There was a kingfisher, and you know what I've been going on about. I love kingfishers. It came and landed just on that tree after I'd popped the rod further out in the water. She was telling me something. She was telling me, Bobby, stop, put the rod back there. Like anyway, I'm talking rubbish again. I think my scales are buggered, but it is a bloody big fish. This really good fish. It's recovering a lot quicker than the ones from the Nid, and I'm thinking that may be because I had the ones from the Nid early on in the season. Water levels were quite low. We had a bit of water, a bit of rain and stuff, which did help a bit, but oxygen levels would have been quite low in the water, and nitrate levels would have been quite high, because obviously there's the bloom of all the weed and algae and stuff like that. He's tip-top condition. I reckon it's a female actually. Tip-top condition. I just can't believe, not a mark on it, not a mark. The ones down the Nid are really scarred up, and I'm wondering if that is because it's quite shallow and there's a lot of snags, and they do head for the snags down there, and it's a tricky fish down the Nid. It is really challenging. Not to say this isn't. Locating the fish here is a lot harder, and they're a lot more elusive. But it's so rewarding. Once you've found them, I knew I had a big fish on. I knew I had a big fish on there. That's the new PB. Cheers, Mum. Yeah, so proper fish out of the ooze now. Well, proper barbel out of the ooze. I've had a few pike, but anyway, I want to get him rested. I'll check to make sure I've got some decent pictures on that video, because I don't want to let him go before I've had a decent, because you don't catch a fish like this. That's a proper bar of Yorkshire Gold, that. Special fish. So chuffed. Over the fucking moon. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye. So, one last rest in the net. You guys can actually get the sort of scale of this thing. You've seen big pike in my net. Well, this thing's taken up the net as well. Look at it. Beautiful. I think that's actually a female, because it's got a different, like the rear fin, what do they call it? Anal fin. So I think it's actually a female. I think the females do get bigger. I'm not really up to my knowledge on males and females of barbel and stuff. I should probably do my own work a bit more. But as you can see, he's recovering really well. I've got a couple more pictures, but so happy, so chuffed. I'm going to make sure this one's like really strong and fighting. I've seen some big pike in this river. Well, I've had some big pike in this river, and I know people say pike aren't bothered, barbel don't get bothered by pike, but any fish that's slightly weak or a pike will take advantage of. I've seen pike on videos with the same size pike in its mouth, and they will hold on to the fish until the fish is no longer able to sort of fight back until it dies, and then they'll eat it slowly. So I'm not taking any risks with a prize like this. I want it to get bigger, and for some other lucky bugger to catch it next when it's gained even more weight, and maybe come back next year up the streams, laid some more eggs for the next generation of barbel. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Breathing slowing down, which is a good sign. I thought it wouldn't take so long to recover, to be honest, this one, because it was still a bit lively. Maybe I pulled him in a little bit early. But it was on the crack. It's like 8 o'clock, half 8. So I got him about 8 o'clock. And there he goes. Beautiful. Yeah, so just on sunset by the time I released it. Beautiful. So guys, there's another edition of Bobby's on the Bank. We got what we came for. Barbel on my mum's birthday. Thanks Mrs. Barbel. Thanks for watching. All take care. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook for other adventures I've had in the past and other stumbles and falls and like more fishing shenanigans. You all take care. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Keep it low key, keep it softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion, 'cause my love deserves to be free. I never wanna look at a house in the garden, I never wanna lock you down. I know you're not mine, it's just my turn, but we can still have fun for now.